Hello! Today we are going to take a look at the process of scanning using the Artec Eva and Artec Studio 17. After loading Artec Studio and connecting the scanner, enter the Scan menu by clicking Scan in the left toolbar. Clicking the Preview button will show the scanner output, but first let's make sure the scan settings are set appropriately. For this scan, we want both the geometry and texture data, so we will select those features to track. Enabling automatic base removal will give a grid in the preview. If this grid is aligned with the base when initiating the scan, Artec Studio will attempt to automatically erase the unimportant background information. In this menu are settings for the scanning frame rate as well as the depth of field. When scanning larger or smaller objects, these settings may need to be adjusted. Below this, you can assign a name for the scan or adjust the exposure of the texture. With the scanning settings adjusted, let's get a preview from the scanner. After the scanner loads, we are greeted with a preview and the base grid mentioned earlier. Be sure this grid aligns with whatever the object is being scanned on. Notice this chart right here. It shows the range of distances for all the points currently being captured by the scanner. It's important to keep this range mainly in the center green part for the best accuracy. When the scanner is too far or too close, it won't be able to pick up more data points. Clicking the Record button in Artec Studio or on the Eva will immediately start recording. Scanning output will now feature a heat map texture, which gives another indication for the quality of the current point of view. Now slowly make your way around the object, making sure to keep an eye on the screen to make sure the scanner is a good distance from the object. If you need to reposition the scanner, chords, or object, it's as easy as pressing the pause button in Artec Studio or on the scanner. This will show the last captured frame and the current preview. Clicking the pause button again will resume the scan. With the first scan completed, clicking the stop button will process the frames and display the raw scan data. Generally, I find viewing the raw scan data difficult in solid view mode. Changing to points view mode shows the geometry in a more friendly way. For this part, I will be taking 3 different scans. I'll flip or rotate the part and move on to the next scan. After all the scans are completed, close the Scan menu. If the automatic base removal option was selected, Artec Studio will now attempt to remove the base. For this model, the automatic base removal was unsuccessful. Check out the next video for tips on manually erasing unwanted data points. In the meantime, here is a scan that had the base successfully removed. As you can see, once the base removal is completed, the points got deleted in each scan, and you are left with just the object in each scan. The Object menu on the right side of the screen shows the amount of frames in each scan, as well as the average error for each scan. For the Eva, the best error is below 0.1, with acceptable levels being between 0.2 and 0.3. If the error is above 1, the scan is considered unacceptable. The good news is that we can view the scan frames individually to filter out the scans with larger error levels. Right-clicking on the scan and choosing the View Frames option will show each frame of that scan. Going through the frames, the level of error is displayed as well as the amount of polygons in each scan. If the frame is selected, the model view will show the polygons in just that frame. Scans with the gray checkerboard next to them are texture scans, with the rest being geometry scans. Individual frames can then be selected and deleted until the average error level is acceptable. With just the data from the object, we are now ready to fuse and post-process the model. Check out the next video for tips on that process.